Good afternoon, y'all. This is Ben Williams coming at you from North Hollywood, California. Just making a little video here to explain my practice setup that I utilize in my apartment. Because, it's tough here in the Los Angeles area to either run out of space for an acoustic kit or even, find reasonably priced studio spaces that have drum kits for an hourly, price. So, in any case, let's get to the point. So in simple terms, I practice on what is essentially an electronic drum kit. However, it's a hybrid of acoustic shells as well as Simmons SD500 rubber pads that have an SD500 electronic drum module, which basically powers everything over my whole system. And I'll get more into the finer details in one moment as we get closer to the drum kit. So a little backstory, back in August of 2016, I bought a Simmons SD500 electronic drum kit, which came with all the rubber pads you see, the crashes, that thing with the bell on top of it now was once upon a time the hi-hat, and kick trigger, and as well as a hi-hat trigger. And I did not like the feel of it very much, so what I did is I went on Craigslist and I got this bass drum and what used to be a tom until I cut it in half, and I put silent stroke heads on this guy and the bass drum. Then I bought triggers for the snare and the bass drum. Particularly, I can't remember the model number on this Simmons trigger, but this would be an RT30K Roland trigger. And then I replaced the hi-hat and the ride with actual cymbals that have pads put on top of them so that they dampen the sound, for apartment playing. So hardware-wise, I sit upon a PDP throne. I also use a PDP snare stand. I also use Pacific Percussion, which is also known as PDP at this time and age, double pedals. And for my hi-hat stand, I have my trusty Yamaha stand that I've had since I was a sophomore in high school and my dad first bought me my drum kit. And the rack system is part of the SD500 electronic drum kit. Essentially, this is the setup that I've come up with, being a man on a budget, that still gives me the feeling that I like to have on a drum kit, and I found that transitioning from this to an actual acoustic kit is much easier than the way my initial Simmons SD500 kit was, so either way, this leads me on to how I actually record my videos for Instagram, so that's coming up here in a second. And so that moves on to how I actually record like drum clips and things of that nature for Instagram, YouTube. Essentially, on the back of my drum module right here, you probably can't see it, maybe if I can move the camera a little bit. Right here, I have an input and output where I can plug in cables to my iPad here. So this would be the input to the drum module, and then the output cable is connected to this little speaker over here right next to my lamp. I don't know if it'll focus here, but in any case, now I have a little stand here where I place my iPhone, which I'm recording this on right now, and it's close enough, and when I put it loud enough and I control the sound levels on my module, my iPad, and the speaker itself, I found the perfect mix that makes everything that I play recorded live, basically. So yeah, so that's kind of how that works. I appreciate watching if you check this video out, and more videos and whatnot to come. Alright, peace, God bless.